Welcome back to Belmont Bunch. I gotta move this way. We're a little rusty. First game of the year in the books. The Islanders are 1-0. I'm back where it all began. Home for the weekend because I'm going to see Jets-Eagles tomorrow at MetLife. The Islanders are 1-0, as I already said. I got my pick for first goal of the year correct, so I am owed $1. I'm rich. The Isles played pretty well tonight. I was the first period, they played great. I was really, really excited. They go into the break up 2-0. I thought they looked pretty sharp from the get-go. Sorokin tonight was like mid-season dialed in. The first period, the second line was unbelievable. I will take my victory lap in game one on the Pierre Engvall contract because it's pennies. It's for long term, and he's found a home on that second line. They look great. They look really, really good. The chemistry is fantastic. He helps set up the Brock Nelson goal. Brock Nelson, he's such... I don't know how many fans outside of Islander fans know, but once he gets to the spot where he did at the top of the circle there, even on a bit of a tough angle, it just feels like he's automatic from there. He made it 1-0, and it actually came out of something rough, which was Sebastian Aho just kind of wheeled one right through the center of his own zone in his turn and no-look pass. Not a good pass. Bailed out by a big block by birthday boy Scott Mayfield. And that turns the other way. Pierre Engvall does a good job of just hassling the puck carrier in his own zone on Buffalo. Gets it back to Brock. Brock rips one. 1-0 Islanders there. The second line was at it again, getting the second goal. A bit of luck on this one. Brock, good pass out to him in front. He throws it on net. It hits Kyle Palmieri's skate. It hits a Buffalo skate because it was going 2 feet wide and goes in. So a little bit of luck there. They got a puck on net. All the cliche, the hockey coach cliche stuff. So it is 2-0 after one. Buffalo made a really good push in the second, and it was kind of aided by the Islanders being a little bit sloppy in their own zone. A few too many, no-look passes in their own zone. Anders Lee had one that was pretty bad. I think even Engvall, who I just praised, and Engvall had a really good game, but I think he had one, like a little push to the middle of his own zone. They got a little bit lackadaisical there in the second period. Buffalo made them pay with one from Jordan Greenway, just kind of sliced and diced. The Islanders got stuck, or not stuck, the opposite, just loose, going from side to side. I think it was Dobson who wasn't able to keep it in the O-zone. Now we're all retreating. We got two guys, kind of sliding to the same guy. Dobson is left on the back post with a chance to maybe break it up. Doesn't. But that wasn't all Dobson. Dobson makes me really nervous on the puck, even in the O-zone. I don't know. I just feel like he's going to get out-muscled by somebody and or just like a wayward pass. I don't know. Don't feel very comfortable with Dobson. I have a jersey of his, so I really would like to be able to praise him, but was a little bit worried tonight by what I saw. So Greenway, a lot of that too. Greenway, unbelievable play, just sliced and diced, and just great goal from a huge guy that could be playing football if he wanted to, I think, based on size. And Casey Middlestad, that was third period. So the guy, like I said, the Islanders a little bit lackadaisical in the second, loose with the puck. Third period kind of started that way a little bit too. Buffalo made a good push. The Islanders give up the tying goal. Dobby, this one, I'm going to blame him a little bit more than the first one because he goes to pinch. It goes right through his legs, and it eventually gets tapped home. Dobby's got to be, I think, way better in front of his own net. He needs to get more physical, and he is a very tall and skinny dude, and I would like to see him maybe, put on some muscle and bear down a little bit in front of his own net. So who else? Somebody, before we get to the rest of the third, somebody that I thought looked pretty slow tonight, and I think maybe he's the first guy that Freddie Gauthier takes over from is Matt Martin. In the third period, a little bit less so because I thought the fourth line did a good job of hemming them in, and that's their job. But the fourth line was the one that got stuck out there for a long time on the Middlestat game-tying goal. Martin, to me, looked kind of slow tonight, like I said. And it's game one. Like, if you look slow in game one, I'm a little bit nervous. I thought Clutter, because you're seeing which guy on the fourth line could lose his job to Gauthier at some point. And I thought Clutter was better than Martin. Clutter had a big hit in the third and towards the end when we're protecting the lead. And I'll get back to the goal, but... And to his credit as well, Martin had a big hit in the offensive zone that helped loosen the puck, and I think it eventually led to the game-winning goal. So on that game-winning goal, the Islanders do a good job of getting the forecheck going, able to pop it back out to, I almost said Parise, he's not on the team. Pelech just rips one towards the net, tipped in by Casey Cizikas. Great to see him score because, like I said, the fourth line I thought didn't look great to start the game. Didn't look great in the second, and then kind of picked it up in the third a little bit. And they review that for a while. I think it exposes kind of a bit of an issue for me in the rule book, which is it feels so subjective whether or not a player has control. On a play like what happened with Dobson there, where he is backing into the zone. He kind of has possession because he did, get a piece of it and bring it back towards himself. It just feels like that rule needs to be more clear and less up to the officials because it feels like the consistency is going to be all over the place on that. So yeah, I think maybe, that could be better, but, definitely not a high stick. I didn't think it looked like a good goal from that perspective. And Sorokin, really sharp, had to make a few big saves tonight, but I don't think the Islanders overly extended him, which is good. 28 shots, and this is a Buffalo team that I think was third in scoring last year. So generally a pretty good job against a Buffalo team that I have picked. I have put a lot on them. I have them finishing in a divisional playoff spot, so not in a wild card. I have them jumping all the way up. Devin Levi had some gigantic saves tonight, and he's part of the reason that I have the Sabres making the playoffs and being as good as I do have them being. So, Devin Levi, at least, from my prediction standpoint, I'm like, oh, yeah, I hitched my my horse to the right wagon there. So, Sabres are 0-2, but some tough games. Islanders and Rangers are both good teams. I expect the Sabres to pick it up a little bit. Yeah, I don't think they were too bad. The first period wasn't great from them. This is not Sabres bunch. I'll get back. I like the Sabres. They're fun. But from an Islander perspective, second line was fantastic tonight. Thought I saw a good amount of chemistry on the first line, and I think we're getting there. Holmstrom had a play where he definitely has to shoot the puck and passed it back to Barzy. Horvat took a ill-advised penalty late that almost cost us, but didn't. But in the face-off dot, we just cleaned up tonight, which is nice. Horvat, big part. Pajot was unbelievable in the face-off circle tonight, and I saw some nice little speed bursts from him to remind you that he can be dangerous, and I'd like to see him get a little bit more involved offensively this year, but he's so good defensively, and I think we saw it tonight with how many draws he won. What else? Fourth line, I didn't love their game. Third line, like I said, I liked Pajot. Holmstrom had one little bit of good forechecking near the end of the game. Didn't really have a bad game, just wasn't super visible tonight. Or did I say Holmstrom? I meant Fashing. Holmstrom on the first line I thought was pretty decent. He definitely needs to shoot more because he's going to get some chances playing with those guys. Ollie Wally sitting tonight. That one, for me, I think he's got to earn it. And, Fashing, I think his style of play, he's going to be in that bottom six. Ollie Wally has to carve out a spot. He's got to work hard in practice. He's got to show them, that he's willing to be able to skate up and down the ice, because I think that's the major roadblock is skating. And, on that, that spot is up for grabs on that first line. I don't think, Holmstrom has the steel grip on it. But, if Holmstrom just doesn't look crap, then he has a shot at holding on to that. So we'll see. That's an interesting positional battle to keep an eye on. Defensively, I thought Romanov, for the most part, looked really good tonight. I have very much warmed to him as a player. Pelech had a big block in the third period right up the arm, and was a big part of that game-winning goal. So good night for Pelech. Pollock gets a point. That's good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the defensive effort. In, like I said, 28 shots against a very, very good offensive team. So, and Ilya Sorokin, great. If I had to pick a star of the game, it's got to be Brock. He looked great. Man, he has some moves. He was dancing with the puck tonight at points, and it looked like he had the first 2 goals. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I got. Yeah. That's it. First time back, a little bit rusty. We're back in the basement. We'll be back at the apartment soon. But that's it. Let me know who you thought stood out to you tonight. Maybe it's somebody that I didn't talk about. Were there any worries for you tonight? What are your thoughts on Wally? And how quickly should he get going into the lineup? And that's pretty much all I got for tonight. So that's it. For the 5th time, I'm ending this video. I swear.